Hello, everyone. We are live at 5. They tell me it is Monday, March 26th. I am Paul Wontorek.
And I'm Beth Stevens.
And we are joined by social media manager, Caitlin Gallup.
Hi, everyone.
And a great guest.
Mark Edwards is here from Jersey Boys.
McMassey, Off-Broadway's Jersey Boys.
McMassey,
We're going to talk about all about this. It's kind of like a reboot.
It's a reboot.
Yeah, it's a
of the 4
reboot. An
seasons.
Off-Broadway reboot. But first, today's top 5.
Okay, the first thing we learned is that the Vacation film franchise is being turned into a musical comedy.
Well, of course it's a musical comedy, right? It has to be a comedy.
It's not going to be a drama.
It will not be. So we all remember National Lampoon's Vacation. There were many of them. European Vacation.
For people our age, these were big movies. Although Beth was kind of snobby. Did you even?
I've never seen it, but
The first vacation movie was like big for my
it was
childhood.
a big deal.
Well, you know how when you're a
Christy
kid
Brinkley
and
was
the
in
dirty
it.
movies come along, the
It was
movies
a
with
little
dirty
dirty.
things in it, and then you pay too much attention to those. That's what vacation was.
It was a little dirty.
But then there was European Vacation and then Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation. That's right, and it starred Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo as the Griswolds.
And then there was the reboot a few years ago, which was terrible.
Thank you, Paul. Anyway, so
No offense
producers
to anyone.
Ken Davenport and Kurt Deutsch have optioned this, and yeah.
Though
this
they
is
wanna
the
make-
thing.
they wanna
wanna
call it Broadway.
Vacation.
Interesting. So it's not like they're taking the plot of the first vacation and making.
That was a road trip, so no.
Right. So it sounds like they're taking the concept of the vacation movies, which is basically this helpless dad, Chevy Chase, trying to like make everything work, and it's always
Right.
a failure, but he's trying to be a great dad, and everything's a mess.
Terrible driver.
Yeah,
apparently.
terrible. Well, remember Christy Brinkley from
Yes,
the first one? She
yes,
was great. You did
yes.
see it.
Well, I definitely saw the trailer.
Jane Krakowski was in it.
Jane Krakowski
which-
should be in. I was saying she should play
Right
the
before we
Beverly
went
D'Angelo.
on, Beth said that she should play the mom.
I mean, because she's funny and she
So
can
let's
sing.
get that done. But she was in the first vacation movie because when I went to see Grand Hotel, I don't know if you knew, but there's a little show called Grand Hotel I like.
Oh my God.
And when I went to see it, I said, "Oh my God, I'm in love with Flemshin," and she looks so familiar. Then I was like, oh, "She's the slutty girl on the seesaw."
Okay, that was.
Hi,
brilliant.
Jane.
Anyway, let's go on.
Anyway, we
Let's
don't know
move
when
on.
this is happening or who's writing it, or
No, but it's a great idea.
it's a fun idea. We're into it.
Yeah.
All right, second thing we learned. Surprise, Ben Platt is going to star in another new film.
Another day, another Ben Platt project.
He's
Beth.
a very busy post. Dear
Ben
Evan
Platt.
Hansen.
I mean, he's
everywhere.
He did the Broadway thing. He won the Tony. That thing.
He did the march on Saturday. With
I
Lin-Manuel
was in
Miranda.
DC. I couldn't get anywhere near Ben Platt and Lin-Manuel Miranda. But can I just say this? I'm sorry, I'm changing the subject. I saw the In the Heights, and it was fantastic at the Kennedy Center.
Oh, yes.
And Lin was
Another reason
there.
to be in
Lin
DC.
was there, and
Yeah.
the whole audience flipped out.
So what's this movie?
But they performed together, and Ben Platt is in another movie. So he's in a movie called Run This Town, and he's going to play a young journalist who uncovers a political scandal and wants to expose it. Or works to expose it, but they do. That's what young journalists want to do.
That's what they want to do. Yeah.
And Mina Massoud, who's in the new Aladdin live-action movie, will also be in it. Damian Lewis from Homeland, Nina
And
Dobrev.
Billions.
I don't know her work, but I'm sure she's fantastic. Anyway, they're going to work on it. It's written and directed by Ricky Tolman. So congratulations, Ben.
Awesome. We got some West End news today. Orlando Bloom is heading back there.
Okay. Orlando Bloom, Broadway's Romeo. Last time he was on Broadway, he was in Romeo and Juliet with Condola.
You can just
Rashad.
call him Broadway's Romeo
I like
if you
to say
want.
Broadway's Romeo. He's going to be in Killer.
Who was Broadway's Juliet?
Condola
Condola
Rashad?
Who might win a Tony this year?
She might.
Let's put that out there.
Yeah, we love her. We love him. He's so handsome. So he's going to be in Killer Joe. That's Tracy Letts' 1993 play. It was made into a movie with Matthew McConaughey.
This was Tracy Letts' first big thing.
First big thing. It was off Broadway.
Yeah.
And it was made into a movie with Matthew McConaughey in 2011. Orlando Bloom back in the West End after 11 years away.
Oh,
He
cool.
said he was. Oh, want to hear something weird? He said he goes to the zoo and looks at the animals to get inspired for his acting roles because I think he's a very physical actor.
You just read that?
I read that somewhere, so I feel like if you are in London and you go to the zoo, you might see Orlando Bloom staring at the animals.
If you're looking for him, there's where you might go.
Little tidbit for you.
I love a good hot tip, especially in London. We also learned today that Stockard Channing is going to star in the New York premiere of Apologia.
Now, how much do we love Stockard Channing, Beth?
Stockard Channing is a goddess.
The best.
She's
the
a
best.
goddess.
So this is a new play she did in London. Got great reviews. It's written by Alexi K. Campbell, who wrote The Pride, which is that big
Yeah.
off-Broadway
Yeah.
hit play. Daniel Auken is directing it. It'll be at Roundabout's Laura Pels Theater starting September 27th. This is a cool play. So this is about this woman who was like a radical activist back in the day, and now she's like a very well-respected art historian. And then her memoirs are coming out, and everything's so it's the whole family's freaking out. Isn't there another play about memoirs coming out and then everyone?
Yes, isn't
Yeah.
that what the stone? No, I don't know. That's not that. That's
Anyway,
not
we'll
the thing.
figure it out
I
after.
don't
But we
know.
saw a similar play.
Yes,
But
we
it's
did.
supposed to be fantastic. And honestly, Stockard Channing on
What's
stage.
your favorite Stockard Channing role? You're gonna say Rizzo.
6
I know you're
degrees of
gonna say-
separation.
Good,
Oh,
good choice.
okay.
6 degrees of separation. Yeah, the movie. I mean Rizzo. Yeah, number 2. But yeah, 6 degrees of separation.
100%. And finally, we got our culturalist results today. You named which 2-time Tony winners you want to see run for office.
Obviously, we. Were
I love a random culture
I was
list.
very
Culture
inspired by
list.
Cynthia Nixon, 2-time Tony winner, running for governor of New York.
I feel like she's
State.
getting too much
She's getting a lot
flack
of.
from people.
Oh.
You know, she's
People are
fine.
being kind of
She
like.
can handle it. She's Cynthia Nixon. She's a smart
Good
lady.
point.
She's a smart lady.
Point
Okay, so
taken.
you guys voted. Should I tell you who the top 3 were, or do you want to guess?
Just tell me.
All right, 3, Viola Davis. I mean, I'd vote for
You're
her.
number
wouldn't you?
1.
The speeches
Number
alone.
2, Sutton Foster.
The crying during the speeches.
The
Can
crying,
you
the
imagine?
snotting. Sutton Foster could tap dance, which would be amazing. And number 1, Bernadette Peters, because Bernadette Peters.
I think people just want her to do everything right now.
Sounds good to me. Hey, I'm going to get out of here.
Okay, Beth, why don't you hit the road? And Mr. Mark Edwards will be right here. Caitlin, why don't you tell us a bit about Mark?
All right. Mark Edwards is an American actor and singer. Notable performances include 3 national tours, including Jersey Boys, Disney's Beauty and the Beast, and Camelot. Other favorite productions include Sky Masterson and Guys and Dolls, Harold Hill and the Music Man, Robert Martin and the Drowsy Chaperone, and so many more good ones. He can currently be seen on the New York stage playing Nick Massey in Jersey Boys. Send in your questions right now because I know there are tons of Jersey Boys fans out there. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nick and Paul.
Hey, Mark.
Well, hello.
Welcome.
How are you doing, Paul?
How's it going?
It's going great.
I'm good.
It's going great. I love the opening segment you guys had. Christmas Vacation is like my all-time favorite Christmas
You know
movie.
what? It's so funny. A lot of people say that Christmas Vacation that was like a big thing.
That's a tradition in our family. We watch it every year at Christmas.
You must
on
be a little
Christmas
younger
Day.
than me. I know. I know you are. But like, because at that point, I was kind of over the vacation thing.
Yeah,
but I'm.
yeah.
But the first 2 were. But I mean, they're all good.
Well, do we think that they're going to have like the car shtick? You know, they have the car shtick in all of those movies where the car goes flying through the air and crashes into something. They've got to have
Is
that
that
shtick
really
on
a running
stage.
theme in all of them?
I think so.
I
If
don't-
it's in the original Vacation. I think it's in Christmas Vacation as well. I think they do it in Vegas Vacation too.
Oh my! Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot about Vegas Vacation.
I
Of
know.
course, I totally forgot
know.
about Vegas
yeah,
Vacation.
I think it's in that one too.
Okay, so we need a car. What is
Yeah.
it in the
It's
Broadway
like
in the
a
Broadway
car
musical?
just needs to go flying
there
through
needs to be
across
a
the stage.
car
I think.
flying
Yeah.
from the mezzanine maybe
Yeah.
into
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
proscenium. Okay, cool. Those are the kind of special effects people are seeing over at New World Stages right now too, right? At Jersey
Yeah,
Boys.
absolutely, every single day. Yeah.
How is it going?
Oh, it's going great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going absolutely wonderful. We have wonderful crowds coming through there. The show is really very vibrant.
Mm-hmm.
It's very intimate. Because we're in a much smaller theater now than we used to be.
Right.
So it's a completely different feel when you walk into that theater than you did years ago when it was on Broadway, for sure.
What is your history with Jersey Boys?
I was on the second national tour last year, and that was the first time that I joined the Jersey Boys family.
Okay, as Nick?
Was last year. I was a swing.
Okay.
So I understudied 5
like our
different
swingers.
roles. Yeah, I understudied 5 different roles, one of which was Nick.
Okay.
But I got the chance to cover 5 different tracks and,
Wow.
and experience what swing life is all about.
Wow.
And, whew,
And playing much larger theaters.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jersey Boys really has
2000
played a
and
lot
up,
of
long
very
since.
large theaters.
It
and
sure
it works
has,
beautifully
yeah.
in big theaters.
It does.
Even though it is kind of an intimate show. I mean,
Yeah.
it's never been a big cast, really.
No, it hasn't been a big cast. The nice part about pulling it down and putting it in the theater over at New World Stages is that it allows the book to really shine. Rick Ellis and Marshall Brickman wrote just an incredible book, and it really allows that book to take center stage. It's an opportunity for us as stage actors to bring everything back a little bit, speak a little more intimately, speak to each other in a more conversational tone, and for the audience to really be brought to us rather than us having to play to some big giant
To
2,000
overproject
seat
everything
Oh
for
my
the back of
gosh.
the rear mezzanine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can do so much more. It's so much more subtle. You can do so much more with that type of acting. So it's a pleasure to do it that way.
Where'd you grow up?
I am from Quakertown, Pennsylvania.
Oh.
It's a small little town about 45 minutes north of Philadelphia.
Okay.
About an hour north of
So
Philadelphia.
does that mean you saw a lot of theater when you were a kid, or?
Surprisingly, I did. My mom and my aunt were very, very good about taking me to go see shows. It seemed like almost every Christmas or birthday present I got for a number of years was to go see a show somewhere. The very first show, Broadway-style production I ever saw was Les Mis in Philadelphia. That was back, oh gosh, a very long time ago.
Not long ago.
Very long time ago. And the first Broadway show that I ever saw was Cats. I remember sitting in the third row and the cats were coming at me.
Yeah.
And I was a little freaked out by that. But,
Yeah. That's the magic of Cats.
That
It freaked us all out.
Yes,
And
Cats
they're
forever.
They're kind of like seducing you into theater.
Yeah,
the
that's
theater
right.
World. Like, come join us.
That's right.
Yeah. You've done a lot. I looked at your website and I've looked at your resume. You've done a lot. You've played a lot of roles.
Yeah, I've been very fortunate.
Yeah. So I thought it'd be fun just to get to know you a little bit.
Okay.
There's a game. I don't know if you've heard of it. I can't say the name
boy.
of it.
Okay.
It's F, Marry, Kill.
Okay.
There's a game. There's a game you usually play.
All right.
We're talking about people. I want to play a variation of that game using your roles, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay.
So the way we're going to do it is we're going to play one night concert, 1 year contract, or one time was enough. So I'm going to give you 3 roles from your past.
Okay.
That'd be fun. I made it up. I made it up 20 minutes ago.
So, okay, one night concert.
Meaning that you would like to do it just for one concert,
okay.
and then 1 year contract on Broadway.
Okay.
Let's
All
make
right,
those
great.
are both
Yeah,
on
we're gonna-
Broadway, and
yeah,
then the third one
stakes
is
up.
one time was enough.
Well, okay. All right.
You know, and none of the roles will take offense. None of the writers of any of these shows will take offense.
I love you all.
We're just playing a game.
That's
so
right.
Are you down with this?
I'm ready.
I love
Let's
your
do it.
sense of adventure. Okay, first we're going to talk about classic leading men. Okay.
Okay.
So we have Robert in The Drowsy Chaperone.
Yeah.
Right. Harold Hill, The Music Man,
Yeah.
or Sky Masterson, Guys and Dolls.
Oh gosh, you're gonna
Do
do
it.
this to me.
One night concert, 1 year contract, or one time was enough.
All right. One night was enough. One time was enough. Robert in The Drowsy Chaperone.
Okay.
If I had to pick of the 3.
I know that's absolutely fair.
this is
that's
so hard.
absolutely fair. That's the least meaty of the 3 roles.
Okay. And then one night concert.
Yeah.
Sky Masterson.
Okay.
And if I was to do it again, Harold Hill for a year on
Yeah.
Broadway. That is my all-time favorite.
And we need to
musical.
bring that show back. Too.
We do.
Okay.
Yes, we
So maybe
absolutely need
maybe
to
we
bring
just
it back.
secreted that.
We need to bring it back.
Okay, now we're going to do it with some monster roles.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Okay.
And again, don't take offense that I'm calling these guys
Yes, no
monsters. The Beast in Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
Did you played him?
I
Did
was
you
an
go on?
understudy,
Did you go
but I
on?
went on. Yes, I
Okay.
performed.
Shrek and Shrek.
Okay.
Wish I saw that makeup. And speaking of monsters, Billy Flynn in Chicago. I just threw him in there.
Oh, okay. All right.
One night concert, 1 year contract, one time was enough.
One time was enough. Shrek.
I knew you were going to say Shrek.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I had a blast.
Yeah, but you got to get to the
doing
theater
that
so
role.
early.
You do. You
mean,
do. And you got to
you
get
know.
into the suit and the prosthetic and the makeup and whatever. Okay. One time was enough for that. Okay. So what's the other one is
Oh, you have
one night
the
concert.
Beast or Billy
the
Flynn?
Beast or Billy Flynn. One night concert, The Beast.
Yeah, again, makeup. You just,
Makeup, but also it would be wonderful to just be able to sit without the makeup on and just sing that score.
And who would be your belle if you were dream casting it
Oh my gosh.
for one night?
That is very hard. Okay, I'm gonna be sappy and sentimental.
Yeah.
Our belle on tour was Hillary Mayberger, who did an outrageously fantastic job.
Come
and
on
I
in,
would
Hillary,
bring
let's
her
do that
back.
concert.
Hillary, I love you. I haven't
All
seen you in
right,
so long.
I'm
but
into
come
that.
back and do it.
And then Billy Flynn, you'll do it for a year.
I'll do it for a year.
You
I'll
can do it
that-
next
I'll
door,
do
right
that
next
role
door at the
forever.
Ambassador Theater. They're
I
always looking for
know.
Billy Flynns.
That's right.
You'll
Yeah,
sign
that's
up
right.
for a year. No makeup. You just show up.
I
vibe
love
till.
that. Yeah, and you have like 20 minutes until the show starts.
Yes,
It's great.
That's a gig on Broadway. Okay, now we're gonna do the Hot Guys.
Okay.
Hot Guys you've played.
Okay.
Brad in Rocky Horror Show. I think
Okay.
he's hot. You know, once he gets
Yeah.
into the underwear and all that.
There's a nerdy thing.
Gaston, Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
Right. And I don't know if you actually played him. I know you rehearsed him, Lancelot in Camelot.
Yeah. I never got to go on as
But you know it.
Lancelot. Yeah. Yeah. I never got
Okay,
to go
one
on.
night concert, 1 year contract, one time was enough.
One time was enough.
Even if you didn't do.
One time was enough. Lancelot and Camelot.
'Cause you
We're
didn't
just
do it.
we're just gonna put that out there. Good. So that easily gets rid of one. Gaston or Brad in the Rocky Horror Show? I think you have to do Brad as the one night concert.
Yeah,
because
and you get
that would be
great
such a
people.
great concert, and with all the callbacks and
Yeah.
like you go to the concert and you get the rice and the bread and all that stuff to throw
Yeah,
at people.
yeah, you're right.
You know, you have to
Absolutely.
do it that way,
Yeah.
right?
With like a really raucous crowd.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then a year as Gaston.
Yeah. Yeah.
When's that revival happening?
You just secreted it. They're gonna announce. It'll be announced tomorrow on Live at 5. Okay, featured players: Corny Collins in Hairspray, Sir Sagramore in Camelot,
Okay.
and Fred Casely in Chicago.
Okay.
You have to do one of them for a year. I mean, none of these are like.
Oh, you have to do
none
one
of
of
these are
them
like
for a year?
Harold Hill. I'm
Okay.
just saying, like these
Yeah,
are like.
sure. No. I'm going to say Once Was Enough, Sir Sagramore and Camelot.
Okay.
Love Camelot, but Once Was Enough.
Not my favorite, but you can love it.
Yeah, Once is enough. Then Fred Casely for the one night concert,
Yep,
I
cool.
think. Yep. And I would play Corny Collins until the day I die.
Oh, so
I
good.
absolutely love that role. So since we're talking about it, when's that revival coming
You
back?
know what? There's a lot of revivals that need to happen.
There are.
Where's all the money to do all these
I know, or
revivals?
the theater openings. Well,
Yeah,
you
let's
know.
do this. And then we have a final category. This category is just called very important roles.
Okay.
Okay, very important
Okay.
roles. Businessman on the
VIRs.
newsroom,
Okay.
state trooper on the following, and reporter on Law and Order SVU. Everybody knows all these roles in your
Yes,
in
yes,
your
okay.
past.
Yeah.
Which of those roles would you love to do maybe for
my
a
God, they were
year?
so long
Make a whole
ago.
series out of one of them.
Okay. Well, I love Aaron Sorkin and I love the newsroom.
Yes.
When that was rocking and rolling. So
Did you actually get to see him?
I actually did. I got
he
to
was-
see him. I got to see him from afar. He was, of course, doing his business, but
Right. Well, you were doing your business too. You were businessman.
I was.
So
I was.
you were both
I was
doing
walking
business.
very purposely
Is that the
into and out
start?
of
Were you in a
the
suit?
room. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, businessman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very, very.
What about
purposely.
State Trooper? Was that fun?
Well, in that one, with the businessman, you actually got to see my face. As any of you who have done background work know, you
Your
actually.
face is on the newsroom.
Oh, it was.
Okay.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
your face wasn't on the following.
No,
State
that was
Trooper.
my butt.
Your butt.
Yes, only my bum was visible on the following.
pants
and
on.
from a distance. And it was very cold that
But you
day,
were wearing
so it was
cl-
pants. There was
oh,
lots of
okay.
layers.
Okay.
There's lots of layers.
Like, were you
It's
like
a little...
a body double? I didn't understand what was happening. And what about reporter on Law and Order SVU? What
Oh,
was
I
that?
was all
Essential?
the way in the back.
All the way in the back.
I mean, 50 yards.
So I'm going to say you want to do businessman for a year.
Yeah, sure. We'll do
Sure.
the businessman
We'll do a whole
for a year.
spin-off with
Yeah, you get to wear
businessman.
like colorful ties and stuff.
And then
It's
I'm going to
nice.
say reporter was once enough.
Yeah.
And state trooper, maybe a one night concert of your state trooper
Yes,
performance.
yes, a one-night concert.
You won't
yes,
turn.
yeah, yeah.
You won't turn around at all. You'll be
That's
on
right.
stage.
Yes,
But it won't turn
I'll just
around.
be facing upstage the
Well, that was
entire time.
fun.
Yeah, that was good. I like that.
That was
a good
really
game.
fun.
Sorry, I thought it was just a fun game. Hey, Caitlin, do you have any questions?
We have
from
so
the
many
fans?
questions.
Oh, good.
I love a new game. That was fun. Joanne wants to know, Nick is such an interesting character. What is your favorite thing about him?
Nick is such an interesting
Nick is
character.
like kind of like everybody loves Nick.
Yeah. It's interesting. I have really grown accustomed to him and found out that I am very much like him in many ways. He's a little OCD. You know, he's very, very particular about certain things. And I think there's that quality in all of us where, you know, Nick throughout the show, he just kind of takes it all the time. You know,
Right.
from everybody. He takes it from this side. He takes it from that
He's
side.
the
And then all of
silent,
a
strong
sudden,
type.
and then all of a sudden he blows up.
That's what happens
and
with
I think,
types like
But
that.
that's what all of us want to do. All of us at some point in life want that moment where we can just go, shut up, it's my turn to talk, you know?
Yeah.
So it's so much fun to be able to play that side, store all of it up and just explode and explore that kind of OCD eccentric kind of character.
Right.
Yeah, it's fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love that. David wants to know, did you ever go on for The Beast and Gaston in the same week in Beauty and the Beast?
Not in the same week, but it was pretty darn close. It was within 2 weeks. So I went on as Gaston first, and it was right before the turn of the new year. So I want to say that was 2012 turning into 2013. So it was right before the end of the new year, and then 2 weeks later, I was playing the Beast. So
crazy.
it was really, really strange. And up until that point, I mean, we had been touring since September or something like that. And up until that point, nobody had called out at all. And then all of a sudden, within 2 weeks,
So you're really good at like covering multiple roles.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It is fun. It works a very, very different part of your brain,
Is there any other guy in Jersey Boys you would love to play like for one night?
I would love to play Bob Gaudio for one night. Yeah, that's a fun role too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
It was great.
I love that. This is a good question from Joshua. What's the one piece of advice that you ignored but wish you didn't?
That's a hard question.
Wow.
One piece of advice I ignored but wish I didn't. Okay, that's actually easier than I thought it would be. When they tell you to practice at a young age, practice. Actually do it. If your teachers are telling you to go into a practice room and practice a certain amount of time a week, do it. Trust them. They know what they're talking about.
And what were you doing instead?
Oh, who the hell knows? You know what I mean?
Not practicing.
That's right. Well, not as much. The college life, takes its
Where'd you go to college?
Sticks its talons in you. I went to Westchester University of Pennsylvania in Westchester, PA, and actually for music education, not for theater.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I got my degree as a music teacher, and then promptly said I don't want to teach right away.
So is that something you see in your future?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I love to teach. I still love to coach, and I do it as often as I can. So
Great.
yeah.
Do we have a final?
So practice.
Yes, we have a final question. What was the one?
For the
here we
record,
go.
I do practice now. I should say.
Always good. We get this question a lot, and I'm sure that there's a really good answer to it. Alec wants to know, any onstage mishaps at Jersey Boys?
They do love the onstage
I
music.
love
On
this.
stage mishaps. It happens from time to time, like it does with any show. But we have an outstanding crew over there who puts so much time and effort into that show, and
Okay, but tell us something that might have happened.
No, but it's absolutely true.
What kind of things happen?
Something always. You might have a set piece that might move in a wrong direction. You might have an issue with speakers, or you might
Right.
something like that.
Right.
But those things happen.
Any rowdy audiences? Does Jersey Boys still
We-
get all the like cool Jersey people?
Absolutely, we do.
I love the
Absolutely.
Jersey Boys crowd.
we love when the rowdy audiences come by and make lots of wonderful noise. It's interesting being over at New World Stages. We've gotten a couple of people that have gotten a little too crazy from time to time, but we love the energy that they give. It's great.
So you got to kick them out. You're like,
Yeah, well,
1 and 3, get them out.
Well, the interesting part about that theater at New World Stages is because it is so intimate, because it's so much smaller, you can hear what's happening everywhere in that theater. In the first couple of weeks, it was really interesting to hear people chuckle to themselves all the way in the back of the theater. You'd say a line that normally wouldn't get a laugh, and you hear one guy in the back go, you know what I mean? And it's like, you're going, where is that laugh coming from? It's somewhere all the way in the back of the house.
I love it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's fun.
Okay, everyone, go check out Mark Edwards.
Yes,
he
come
is
see
Nick
it.
Massey in Jersey Boys. It's still going. It's back.
Still going.
Better
going
than
strong.
ever. New World Stages. And Caitlin, why don't you take us out?
All right. Thank you all so much for tuning in. As always, you can watch Live at 5 every weekday right here on our Facebook page. And if you are a fan of podcasts and want to listen to this interview in another way, you can subscribe to the Live at 5 podcast wherever you listen. Join us tomorrow as we hang out with Tony winner Harriet Harris, who is currently starring in The Low Road at the Public Theater. See you tomorrow, everyone, and have a wonderful day.